Just when I think that this world hasn't been fucked up already, there's a bunch of assholes who want to take it up a bit further. They believe we should live by standards that are set by a human being that they never met, let alone even exist. If they see anyone who does something that is against what they believe, then they get all Fred Phelps about it and bring out the torches. And I'm not talking to everyone that is religious. If you believe in something that runs your life, I can't argue with you. But I do have an issue with the religious freaknuts that want to have homosexuals burned at the stake. Let's start with this. Gays are not exactly the most accepted human beings on the planet. If we were wearing towels, you would be considered a murderer for sticking your dick out of another man's ass. And then they would call it the Spanish Inquisition, and they will torture you with their pillows of justice. So this middle schooler is a fag, right? And his classmates mark him as the scapegoat. And he gets maimed so much that he kills himself. He's not the only one. There are teens out there that are feeling like they are Glenn Beck. They just don't belong in society. Yeah, it's a tragedy, but it's also the coward's way out. But that's not what I'm talking about here. The point here is that Mr. High and Mighty Boy Packer says to everyone, well, they are following Satan's counterfeit marriages and are a threat to our families. Oh yeah, we're gonna bring out our army of giant dicks and start slapping everyone who opposes us. So apparently they're the evil that must be stopped and not Jesse Ventura. What happened to all the love thy neighbor stuff? We're still bombing the crap out of the people that wrote the damn book! Now, isn't that what you're supposed to be spreading? Love, not hate? The message is supposed to be making people feel better about themselves, not go emo and hang themselves with their boyfriend's jockstrap. And yet you have the nerve to put human beings down for doing something that's putting their lives together instead of going by your agenda. And while you're looking at your book of hate, why don't you look at some of your pastors and see that they're facts themselves, you homophobic dipshit? Times are changing, and you're just not accepting the fact that people just feel better by having men just plow the fuck out of each other. You know, there's many things in the Bible that we don't even follow, and yet you're not complaining about it. You know that there's one part of the Bible that says that if we sin, we have to chop our hand off with that KFC butcher knife, just like that bitch used in Saul 6. You know it's cool, but for some reason, we just ignore the fuck out of it. Now, I can pretty much guarantee you that all of us have done something bad with our hands. And that means you too, asshole! I know you did something bad, and all of us were watching, including the big guy up there. You know, if I had the power to chop off your hands, I'd do it with a fucking chainsaw. And it wouldn't even be just your hands either. I would also cut your dinger down there so you'd stop fucking all the altar boys every Sunday. So what makes you think that you have the power to shove everything you believe down our throats, you egocentric psychopath?
Well, moral standards cannot be changed by battle and about.
Well, actually it can! And it's called Proposition 8! You tried denying gays the right to bond into one by putting a little piece of paper and saying no. And it's not just them, it's become a problem for all of us. But luckily, we're progressing on turning it around. We're in changing times, but they're just people who are just too scared to let go and move on. So to those people who are just too fucking retarded to realize this, I got one suggestion for you. Go find a man, go into the bedroom, and take one up the ass. And maybe then you'll see why we love it so much.